Hey guys, and welcome to another episode of Movie Curses! That's right, this is an episode where we're going to be talking about The Possession. That came out a few years ago, and I know a lot of people loved that movie. Now, let's get into what is cursed about it. You know, remember, like I said in the previous videos, not all of them, but a few of them, this is what I've just read. Take it with a grain of salt, and believe what you want to believe in. I'm not going to force this upon you, make you say, this is what really happened, and this and this. You can believe in whatever you want to believe in. It's everybody's own free will. You can believe it, don't believe it. But let's get into this, and leave a comment below and let me know what you think about these things that are happening on, and whether or not you believe in, you know, demons and stuff like that, and, you know, curses. But let's get into this bad boy and find out what really happened on the set of The Possession. Alright, let's start off with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. Yes, you might recognize him from several movies, like The Losers. Also, he was the father in Supernatural. And this guy right here says he admits to being a skeptic, but could help being freaked out by the things that happened on set. You know, who couldn't? You know, when certain things happen that, you know, that you can't explain, stuff like that, you know, some people go to superstition and stuff like that. You know what? Everybody's entitled to what they believe in. You know, I'm not going to, you know, I will say to somebody like, you know what, that's just stupid to believe in that. But you know what? It's their beliefs, you know. Yeah, I do say it, but sometimes I feel like, you know what? It is what they believe. I might not say it to the face, like, you know what, it's your right to believe it, you know. Because sometimes I realize I said that to them, and I might have offended them or hurt their feelings. I go, I really might have made a realization, like, you know what, that was kind of a messed up thing to say to somebody that believes that. Because, you know what, that's their own beliefs, you know, and crushing on somebody else's beliefs is the wrong thing to do. So please, out there, people, don't crush other people's beliefs and, you know, make fun of them for that. Because, you know what? That's what makes everybody awesome, is different beliefs, different things, and different, you know, different likes and dislikes. You know what? We're all different. Love each other for who we are. That's my little, you know, PSA message there. Love everybody for who they are. Don't judge, because we're not, you know, we're not the people to judge. And yeah, I believe in God, so, you know, I believe that He only judges. So, you know what? Just love everybody. Alright, enough of that. Next up is on set. They said they had exploding lights. So the lights on the lights on the sets would explode. They couldn't explain it. They would just explode for no apparent reason. And that, you know, that's freaky enough right there. And I know a bunch of scientists will say, well, maybe they had a different they had the wrong wattage going through and the lights were just so, you know, hey, if you believe in science, believe in science. If you don't believe in science, don't believe in science. But I'm just saying, there's an explanation for everything. I will lean towards the supernatural because that's what I believe in. Believe in whatever you believe in, because you know what? That's your God-given right, or your scientific right. Whatever you believe in, that's it. But also, a cold, chilly breeze would blow through the set, but the doors were closed. You know? And yeah, that, you know, that is creepy. You're on set, and, you know, when you get that cold breeze blowing in there, and you're like, someone leave a door open? No. That is freaky. Then, all these things that happened were always done during an integral scene being filmed. So, coincidence or not? It's up to you guys. You know? Up to you guys to believe it or not. But this is not Ripley's, and I'm not Ripley. Sorry, I had to say it. Next is the storage facility, which contained the set props, including the die book. I think that's how it's pronounced. Burned to the ground. Just fire and there's a gone. Investigation was carried. They said there was no arson or electrical tampering or anything like that would have caused the fire. So, you know, hey, I mean, I'm telling you, that's just, yeah. So, yeah, no arson or electrical fault at this. So, that's pretty messed up. Plus, also, a real die book was offered by the owners to be brought to the set. I wouldn't go anywhere near that. Just like the Annabelle doll. I would not go near the real Annabelle doll. Not a million years. No way in hell that's going to happen. So yeah. But cast and crew refused to be anywhere near that item. They refused to be anywhere near that. They're like, nope. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. So, I don't know. I don't know what you guys are thinking about this. But, in my opinion, I'm going to go with yes. Cursed. There was something going on that set, and I think it's just, you know what? In my opinion, just some things you should be messing with. And when you're telling a story about possessions and stuff like that, you kind of want, stay clear of that, because there, some things, you shouldn't pull the curtain back on certain things, because it'll come back and bite you in the ass. And you know what? That's just something you just don't like to have happen. But that's my opinion. Leave a like, leave a dislike, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts on this and any other ones. Check out my previous cursed movies as well, and leave a comment below on those as well. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Alright guys, subscribe if you haven't subscribed, and I'll be seeing you next time. I'm Grim Reaper. Alright guys, bye.